Finally, we did a teaching from John chapter 6 where Jesus began to discuss the matter of eternal life. And we went all the way from 27 down to John chapter 6, from verse 27. I think we went down to verse 54. And this was to rebut this teaching that at the new birth the believer receives life and not eternal life, or we have to rebut this and show that the moment a person believes in Jesus, what does he receive? He receives eternal life. So let's confirm that. So John chapter 6, let's go from verse 27. From verse 27. Go up. 27. 27. All right. So highlight 27. Highlight 27. 27 first of all. Everybody read.
Is that perish?
Hold it. You did not action at once. Everybody, you hit it at once. One to go.
Labor not for the meat that perisheth,
yes,
but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath God the Father sealed.
Now go down. Keep going down. I want you keep going down. Projector. All right, now hold it there. Okay, keep going now. Now read verse 47. Highlight 47. Let everybody read.
Verily, verily, I say unto you.
Yes.
He that believeth on me hath everlasting life.
What does hath mean? Has. So that means that the moment you believe in Jesus, because of John 3:14-15, he has now been lifted up on the cross. So the moment you believe in Jesus, what do you have? Everlasting life. Which is a labor not for the meat that perisheth, but for the meat that endures to what? Everlasting life. So the moment you believe Jesus, you access that meat. Jesus himself, I didn't read all of that, but I've taught that before. Jesus said, I am the bread of life. He called himself the true bread, the bread of life, the bread of God. He said the bread of life is the one that comes to this world and gives life to the world. Now read from verse 50 to 54. From verse 50. In fact, start from verse 47. Start from verse 48 to 54. 48. Oh, okay, so go up. All right, everybody, read these verses. 1, 2, action.
I am that bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. The Jews therefore strove among themselves, saying, How can this man give us his flesh to eat? Then Jesus said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except ye eat of the flesh of the Son of Man, and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Whoso eateth and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day.
Whoso, can you read 53 and 54 again?
Verily, verily, I say unto you,
yes,
except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you.
You have no what?
Life.
No life. You. So it means if you eat his flesh and drink his blood, you have life. If you don't eat his flesh and don't drink his blood, you have no life. But if his flesh and drink his blood, you have life. Verse 54.
Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day.
Is it clear what Jesus calls life? What's life? And Jesus said, if you eat his flesh and drink his blood, you have what? If you eat it, what life? Now, have you taken the communion before? Who are the people that take communion? Believers, right? People that are born again. People that have believed in Jesus. And we take the communion to symbolize the reality of our participation in his body and in his blood by faith. And when we take that flesh and blood, what do we receive? Eternal life, right? Now, everything reproduces after its kind. What did I say? So that means and creation speaks of the glory of God. Do you agree with that? So that means when God also wants to reproduce, he will reproduce after his what? His kind. When you are born again, what are you? A son of God. What is a son of God? A reproduction after God's kind. So the question you should ask yourself to know the kind or class of beings that you belong to is, what kind of being, what kind of life is God? What kind of life does God have? If I am a reproduction of God, then whatever kind of life God has is what I am. So as a son of God, God is your dad. What is the kind of life that God has? Answer me now. So if you are a son of God, what kind of life do you have?